as complete a dominant performance as we've seen them.
And guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
And to do it on the road, too. I mean, with the way they just kept coming at them and coming at them, they kept that crowd out of the game the entire time. That's good work.
And the Grizzlies start out with the ball. Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Zebo and Marc Gasol are up front. Lee and Price are out in the wings. And it's Conley in at the 1 spot.
I like that, getting their offense started with a high-quality look down low.
Yeah, Clark, I think the more points they can get inside today, the better off they'll be.
Well, Tayshaun Prince, a terrific player in his time with that championship Detroit Pistons team of years past, but his decline over the last 5 years has been noticeable. Ever since he hit 30, it's been downhill.
Shot clock at 6. Pass to Kerr. From deep. Gasol with the rebound. In low to Lee. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam. Absolutely, Clark. No one in his airspace on that dunk.
Yeah, but come on, Kevin. The defense can't let that happen.
I hope they let it happen more. It's fun to watch that guy fly.
Just a gift, 2 points they gave up. That's awful.
Horford's shot is good. First quarter, just over a minute played. Conley kicks to Lee. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play. And for Prince, now 34 years of age, with this season and next left on his contract.
Yeah, still a smart veteran who doesn't make many mistakes, but it's certainly clear that his best days are behind. You know, the issue really with Atlanta this year and moving forward isn't that they're a bad team. They've just been kind of stuck in that middle road of mediocrity. They're competitive, play hard. They're hoping to find a way to get to the next level now.
Now here's Teague. Right now averaging 11 points a game. Here's Millsap, finds the open look, and it's on target.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
The Grizzlies have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game.
And with Atlanta, as you said, for a while now they've been a playoff caliber team, but making that next step into the elite class of the East has been hard.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Millsap sets the pick for Teague. Shot from 12. Horford cleans up the mess with the savage putback flush.
Was there any doubt what he was going to do with that putback? Flush it down.
Oh, that's some energy we just witnessed right there.
And that's the kind of energy you need on the offensive glass. That's the only way to get it done.
And some of it, Clark, for Atlanta making the jump is personnel. It's never easy to get a franchise player without a high draft pick.
And in that sense, Kevin, they are a bit in danger of becoming a treadmill team. But they have a good base right now, and I think they just need to continue to keep adding talent and have the talent they have continue to develop.
Now here's Teague, following the miss by Michael Conley. The 3 from Korver, and the basket good. Korver's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Conley dishes to Randolph, and that one is hammered home.
See the way he times his passes so well? That was a great assist.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Teague kicks to Millsap. Inside. Korver. Korver's got his second bucket tonight.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And that's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going forward, Clark.
Lee passes to Gasol. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And, you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
The Grizzlies have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
Yeah, it's been an average year at the line for them so far this year, shooting about 75%.
Yeah, it's been a very frustrating season for them in that regard, guys.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Carter's checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
Count that one.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's textbook basketball, just having their way down low.
Jeff Teague, one of the quickest and most elusive point guards in the NBA. He's incredible in transition, and where he's really improved is in the half court. He's figured out how to carve up defenses off the dribble.
Now here's Lee. 14 points from him the last game against New York.
Did a great job picking the defense apart, too. It wasn't just his scoring. Give him credit for his passing in that game, too.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Mike Scott's checked in for Horford. Cephalosha comes in for DeMare Carroll. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Kyle Korver. And Max subbed in for Teague. And Memphis also making a switch. Kufis is checked in. And Teague, a top-tier penetrator, a nice teardrop in the lane.
And he's an improved passer, too, Kevin. I like the confidence he's starting to play with now. Getting into the lane, he's elite when it comes to the assist-turnover ratio that point guards are measured by. And he continues to expand his offensive game as well.
Here's Scott, and good work on the boards that pick up the second chance points. Scott's got his first basket.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
Here's Mack. Bazemore dishes to Mack. He kicks it to Bazemore. Off target with his 3.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, he had a really good look. I mean, he'll knock that down more often than not.
No good from Lee. Hawks have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. 1:02 left to play in the first. And Mack kicks to Cephalosha. Here's Bazemore. And a miss there on the triple. For Memphis, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. To the left side wing. Here's Kufis. Pass to Prince. Nice D from Scott. Looking at Memphis, they took the win in their last game against New York.
And what that game came down to, guys, was their ability to use that three-point shot so effectively.
The work they did on the perimeter was absolutely outstanding. Way too much for that defense to be able to handle.
No coverage that time. Bazemore's got himself on the board with 3 there. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Conley kicks to Carter. Back to Conley. Lee passes to Prince. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. So both teams changing it up here. Nine seconds left in the first. Here's Udrich. That's good. Udrich has got his first 2 points of the night.
Both teams on fire right from the opening tip.
Pedal to the throttle, Steve, just like we like it.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Hawks ahead. They're up by 2. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break.
This Friday, January 9th, Goran Dragic and the Phoenix Suns take on Tony Parker and the San Antonio Spurs. Don't miss it.
And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And for the Hawks, guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
And the key has been the second chance points. You look at this team, the hustle that they play with, very impressive in that first quarter.
Well, it's showing up on the scoreboard. I mean, you get second chance points like that, it can add to your totals and also demoralize your opponent.
The Hawks leading.
Hawks coach Mike Budenholzer grew up around the game. His father coached high school and college basketball for 25 years, and Mike got into coaching pretty much immediately after.
Oh, are you kidding me? That was a power punch right there.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in, but I say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going.
Outside Teague. Passes it to Horford. Beasley trying to break free. Horford, no luck. Here's Udrih. Calathes kicks to Kufis. Out to Carter. Memphis moving that ball around. And there's the 3-second violation. And here are some big men who, when they get it in tight, are as close to a sure thing as we've got. Here are the top field goal percentage leaders among NBA centers and power forwards. Zach Randolph on top.
You know, he's gotten to the top of that list because he has a terrific array of low post moves that allows him to free himself up to get to the basket for very high percentage shots.
And not only that, Steve, we always talk about athleticism and length and speed, but strength is a factor in this game too, and it allows you to finish around the goal through other people. So that's something he does well.
Carroll dishes to Horford. And Bazemore kicks to Teague. Off target from outside. Memphis trailing here. Picked off in midair. Beasley, the pass to Teague. 11 feet away, and he connects with the jumper. Now Udrih. Carter outside. He dishes it to Udrih. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Udrih has got 5.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
Vince Carter in his day, one of the most electrifying players in the NBA, superstar in Toronto, one of the all-time great highlight reel dunkers. Those days are behind him, but he remains a very valuable and at this point, maybe even underrated NBA player.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Paul Millsap's checked in for Beasley, and it's Korver in for Kent Bazemore. Horford with the screen on Conley. Teague dishes to Horford. Back to Teague. Here's Carroll. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Good on the triple. Carroll's got the lead up to 4 now for the Hawks.
And for Vince Carter, a quality defender and still a well-rounded contributor. He always had a nice breadth of skills. Now he does the little things that help you win.
Kicks to Gasol. Paul Millsap with the rebound. Millsap's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
Yeah, they've been really strong in the paint, battling the glass.
Teague kicks to Korver. Outside Teague. The pass to Millsap. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And now a 6-point Hawks lead. And for some superstars, they have a tough time accepting Clark a lesser role. Not Vince Carter.
You know, it's really impressive the way he's gracefully aged into becoming a quality six-man, Kevin. I think it's a model for other aging superstars or former superstars to follow.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
Corver passes to T. 6 on the shot clock. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. To the middle, here's Conley. That's in there. Carter with the assist. And now just a 1-point Hawks lead.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
No, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Hey, Kevin, as you know, Adrian Payne out of the talented Michigan State basketball program. He's one of the older rookies in this draft class, but he only started playing basketball in the 8th grade. He said, quote, I haven't been playing the game for that long. I got better in a short period of time, and I became a great player. I feel like I have a lot of room to grow. One can only imagine, guys.
That's right, Doris. Thanks. So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
You can tell he's in a lot of pain. They'll take a timeout so that trainer can help him out.
So for the Hawks, Mike Scott's checked in for Horford. Cephalosha comes in for Damari Carroll, and Max subbed in for Teague. Then for the Grizzlies, Tayshaun Prince is checked in for Randolph, and Lee's subbed in for Udrih. 1:52 left to play in the first half. Conley kicks to Lee. The feed to Prince. Good. Prince has got his first points of the night.
And that assist earned him a little nod from his teammate after the basket.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter.
You know, the Grizzlies are the kind of team that perhaps fans around the league overlook or undervalue or even forget about at times, but they're always going to be there because they're tough, they're physical, and they're talented.
Gasol. He goes up again. Indeed, Prince drops it in. Prince has got 4 points this quarter.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Cephalosha up top, defended by Carter. Cephalosha kicks to Mack. Scott with a screen on Conley. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Shot clock at 5. Here's Mack. Here's Millsap. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
Yeah, this could be a back and forth game all the way, guys, the way it's being played. This is fun to watch.
Carter dishes to Prince. That one falls, coming off Carter's feed. Carter's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. The Hawks trail it. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Mack. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The Hawks shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Sheldon Mack. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Hawks making a change here. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Boy, his free throw shooting, just another reason he's such a good all-around player.
The Grizzlies have gone 7 of 9 in their field goal attempts here in the second quarter. Pretty good offense. That drive by... Oh!
Look out! Wow! And these two teams continuing to trade blows like heavyweights in the middle of the ring.
So many times tonight, the energy in this building has gone from one way to the other.
Feeds it to Mack. No good. And we're through 2 here in a good one. Grizzlies lead by 1. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. You know, Paul Millsap has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, he tore it up on the offensive glass in the first couple of quarters. Love the effort you're getting out of him.
Incredibly persistent, which is what it takes to be a successful offensive rebounder. I should know. I used to eat a lot of glass in my day.
It's one thing to lie about your digits. It's one thing to say that you live. It's another to admit it. I admit I got on this paper just the prettiest faces that's offered by nature. I drive a case, but he's me Casper. Wanna meet him in the house, I got space like NASA. They don't make me happy by selfish Saturn. I like my sister Stace when she lost her papa. A Ben Dad getting stroking nothing to trapper. John could do it's a rock for true. A man dies, baby born as fair as Peru.
Getting underway here in the second half. Here's the 5 for Dave Yeager. Prince is the 3 and Randolph the 4. Conley and Lee, they're the backcourt. And it's Gasol, and at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Horford. That one a little long.
Courtney Lee, not the tallest or the most athletic, but he's a good athlete, and he really competes at the defensive end of the floor. And I like him because he's versatile defensively. He can guard 1s and 2s and occasionally even some of the small forwards.
With that reverse jam, the fans got a little extra show there.
That one definitely had something, you're right, extra on it.
That was one of those 3 or 4 plays that you see every night in an NBA game that just leaves you in awe.
Pass to Millsap. Hits the jumper. Millsap's got 10. Clark, take a look at Courtney Lee at 6'5". Where would you rate him as a defender?
I think he's one of the better defenders in the league at the 2-guard position because he does have size and athleticism, and he's got pretty good understanding of how to position himself defensively. And it goes a long way towards being effective at that end of the floor.
Teague against Conley. Offensive rebound. Horford, no luck.
Still a bit chilly from the field at the start of this third quarter. 1 of 4 so far.
Prince, the pass to Gasol. Rebound by the Hawks. Lee gets to Conley. Tries again. And that's 2 points on the layup. 7 points in the game.
I don't know who was supposed to be on him there, but clearly a mistake by the defense.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Well, you know, for teams in the NBA nowadays, it's all about getting bang for your buck. I mean, Mike Conley out of Ohio State, one of the great value contracts in the league, and with all the analytics and general managers looking for value, Memphis happy to have an all-star caliber still player like him still locked up through 2016.
Checked in for Marc Gasol. Well, most coaches will tell you, you need scoring in the paint to be successful. And here are some big men around the league that have been providing plenty of that over the last month. In the third spot, Al Horford.
And there are different styles among those big men, but they have one thing very much in common. They can dominate offensively, face up or back to the basket. They can get it done.
And that's what makes that list so intriguing to me, Steve, just how varied it is in terms of technique each of those big men use. I mean, you could fill a textbook taking a little piece of each of their games. I mean, they all do something different and unique and do it well.
And you have to give Mike Conley, Steve, an awful lot of credit for the emergence of the Grizzlies, I think, is a factor in the Western Conference.
Yeah, Kevin, I think he's one of the best point guards in the league. Probably doesn't get enough credit, but his progression as a player at both ends, year after year, he just seems to get better, and he provides that poise and leadership that his club needs.
And Clark, a great competitive game so far.
Yeah, tit for tat. I mean, back and forth, plenty of lead changes, and excellent play.
These two teams, guys, look so evenly matched to me. I think this could go right down to the wire.
Here's Lee. Again, Memphis.
Yeah, they have to mix it up defensively. That was just too easy.
For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Millsap kicks to Carroll. Millsap sets the pick for Teague. Here's Korver for 3. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got assist number 5 here tonight.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. And this matchup with the Hawks, it's their first meeting of the season.
And they'll come into this one with some confidence. Last season, they swept the season series, winning both matchups.
Who's checked in for the Grizzlies.
Over the last month, we'll take a look at where the Hawks rank in the NBA stats. 4th in opponent points per game, 6th in steals, and they're in the top 10 in opponent field goal percentage. That's pretty good company. It points out the fact that they do prioritize the defensive end.
Yeah, this is a team that has played well, particularly defensively. And you look at those opponents' numbers, opponents' points per game, that jumps out at you. This is a team that plays hard, they play smart, and they play together.
Both of these teams, Clark, battled for playoff spots in their conference.
Kevin, every game is big to a team on the edge of playoff contention, Kevin. That's a whole different mindset than either of the extremes. The end of your season is kind of like a mini playoff in and of itself.
Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yes, sir, fellas. They've had it going on big time.
Big time is right, Clark. A lot of momentum here offensively.
Millsap kicks to Teague. 6 to shoot. Right side Teague. It's rebounded by Memphis.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Udrich for 3. That's good. Udrich has got 8.
But you threaten the defense inside and then find the open man on the outside. Good offense.
Here is Korver. 10 points for him. Outside Teague. Kuzmas with the block. And here's the fast break. Udrich leading the way. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
A moment here now to take a look at some of the numbers for Tayshaun Prince. He's averaging 6 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. Looking at those numbers, you'd probably say, yeah, that's about what we'd expect out of him.
Which isn't really what any player wants to hear. I mean, you don't want to meet expectations. You want to underpromise and overdeliver. You want to exceed expectations, and maybe we'll start to see him do that shortly.
Horford dishes to Teague. Conley grabs the miss. Conley's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Baseline jumper, and the jumper is good. 8 points for Prince.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Here is Korver, averaging 12 points a game. There's the dish to Teague. Right side Teague. He feeds it to Korver. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Obviously, they're evenly matched teams on the inside. The rebound numbers are very even.
Yeah, I've been impressed with just both teams' energy, just really working hard on the board.
The Hawks have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Outside Teague. Here's Millsap. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. 6 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Udrich. Got it off in time, but it's no good. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Hawks ahead. They're up by 1. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway.
Yes, sir. Let's do it. Yes, sir.
Coming up next Tuesday, January 13th, LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers take on Goran Dragic and the Phoenix Suns. Hoops action.
And Steve, we've got a moment here to go to our State Farm assist of the game, coming on some very clever point guard play.
Well, he mans that position for a reason, Kevin, because he passes the ball so well, sets up his teammates beautifully, really gets this offense into a nice rhythm.
Delivering the pass important, but putting the pass in the right place for shooters, as you well know, huge.
Yeah, no question.
Memphis has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. They've got Cephalosha. Kent Bazemore is out there with Shelvin Mack. Then there's Beasley. And it's Scott in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the Hawks 5.
Boy, this is shaping up to be a real barn burner.
Well, I think it already is. I mean, we're going to find out which team tightens up under the pressure and which one can stay poised.
Dishes it to Bazemore. Pass to Matt. Clock at 6. He kicks it to Bazemore. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Well, you hate to see a guy suffer through a game like this, but his team is winning.
Memphis trailing here. Courtney Lee is on the wing. Against the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow. There it is, guys. That Olay defense. Just watching him go, Clark, right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
Beasley, the pass to Cephalosha. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Scott with the screen on Lee. Off the screen, the 3 from Cephalosha. Another 3 for Atlanta.
That's been their bread and butter in the second half. They've really knocked down their long-range shots.
Well, and as hot as they've been, there's no need to change their offense. Just continue to play the way you're playing. You're going to get open looks.
Atlanta leading by 3. Floats one up. That's good. Cephalosha's got 5 points in the quarter. The Grizzlies, grit and grind, known for being old school. Post you up and knock you down type of basketball team.
Yeah, and that front court rotation, boy, the envy of the league, in my opinion. It's a big part of what makes this team really go.
Teague is checked in for Atlanta. Zach Randolph's checked in for Memphis. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Calathes kicks to Lee. Passes it to Calathes. Oh, he touched it while it was in the cylinder. That's offensive basket interference. Atlanta's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Coach is liking Clark what he's seeing from his offense.
And shoot, why wouldn't he? I mean, guys, they're filling it up with ease, executing, getting quality shots. I mean, this is fun to watch.
Yeah, this is like a clinic out there, guys. This is exactly how you attack a defense. Move the ball, sharp cuts, really a nice pace to their offense.
Carter outside. He dishes it to Randolph. Carter, the pass to Randolph. Kicks it to Calathes. Shot to stop the run. Can't get it to go. And Atlanta will come the other way. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. And Bazemore kicks to Teague. To the paint. Bazemore dishes to Scott. And the baseline jumper, no good.
And you know why he was open there. They didn't commit too much defense to him, and you can see why. He has trouble making that shot.
Randolph gets to Gasol. Rebound by the Hawks. Scott's got 5 rebounds tonight. The Hawks leading by 7. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Bazemore gets the bucket. Bazemore's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, I felt like his defense was letting it down out there, guys, so he wanted to get a timeout to talk it over and try to tighten things up here.
You know, part of coaching, a lot of coaching actually is making sure that momentum never gets too far away from your team. That's a good timeout.
The Atlanta making some changes. Al Horford is checked in for Scott. Millsap comes in for Michael Beasley. And Damari Carroll subbed in for Kent Bazemore. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Yes, guys, over that last break, I listened to Dave Yeager address his team. He loved the work they were doing on the interior, saying, listen, they've got no answer for us inside, and we're not going to let them off the hook now. Keep pounding it down low.
You know, even from here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the officials.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Hawks?
Well, the great passing we saw in the first half was carried right over into the second.
They've worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second chance points.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Prince comes in for Vince Carter. And Mike Conley subbed in for Nick Calathes. Good on both. Atlanta with the ball. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Gasol with the block. They get it back, and the block shot turns into a shooting foul. So the defensive effort there a bit too much, as the officials will send him to the line, and he'll shoot some free throws.
Shooting for Atlanta, Al Horford. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. That one is no good. The Grizzlies trail by 7. Prince kicks to Lee. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. 6 on the shot clock. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
It's been a solid outing for Prince. He's got 8 points, and he hasn't forgotten to get his teammates involved either.
Well, that's important, Clark. I mean, he's conscious of the fact that moving the ball around gets the defense to move. It forces them to work, and it creates a better offensive flow for his own team.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. The Hawks leading by 6. Outside Teague. Cephalosha up top. And the pass to Carroll. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. For Memphis, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Lee passes to Randall. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream
on that angel food cake there.
it's a 10-12 game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed. Oh, boy. Whipped cream, cherry on top. It always comes back to dessert for Clark.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're in front by 4. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter. Kyle Korver, who's checked in for Thabo Sefolosha. Atlanta with the ball. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Outside T. 1:44 left to play in the final quarter. The feed to Carroll. Clock at 4. Fires the 3. Korver, no luck. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Prince dishes to Conley. Lee outside, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 3 assists now in this one. Teague against Conley. Shot off the screen, and it's off the back rim. No good.
He has yet to get into the flow of this game. His teammates have done their part, but they need him to pick his game up.
Into Marcus All. Takes the lead. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Yeah, and actually still too close to call. I mean, this one is tight.
This could be an instant classic, fellas. I mean, this thing has all the looks of a game that's going to go right down to the last shot.
Randolph gets to lead. Good work defensively by Horford.
That's an easy shot there. That's a shot that he should make more often than not.
Feeds to Korver. Pass to Horford.
Al Horford clearly has the touch right now.
35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Conley gets to lead. Yes!
Oh, what a basket, and at the perfect time.
How about the courage and backbone of this guy? Wow.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're behind by 1. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Korver passes to Horford. It's in!
Kevin, that was so clutch. Now they really need a defensive stand.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're losing by 1. 20 seconds left in the game. What do you think, guys?
Well, you've got the luxury here of running a play, so you want to do something that you're very comfortable with.
Absolutely, Steve. I mean, no need to panic whatsoever. I mean, they're in a very good spot right here.
Conley dishes to Randolph. No good. Good work defensively by Horford. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, no question the right call at this point. You can't let them just dribble it out.
That's right. I mean, you've got to send them to the line and hope for a few misses.
And they go to the intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for Hawks, Kyle Korver. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. Both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the 3 to tie.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. They're down by 3. 12 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, what do you think?
Yeah, down 3, you don't necessarily have to go for the 3. You could go for the quick bucket and then the foul.
I'm not sure. I mean, in this situation, I think they should look for the 3, Steve. I mean, try to tie this thing up. You've got 3-point shooters. Let it fly.
Tipped. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
That's his second personal foul, 5th team foul.
That's the first, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Clutch free throws there to ensure that they're going to go home with the W.
Now Lee. Randolph gets to Gasol. Back to Randolph. Lee outside. And so it's Atlanta with the W. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was, and I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Al, a win tonight that continues the recent stretch of good play. How do you feel about where the team is at right now?
Well, we're in a good position now. You know, we won our last couple games, and hopefully we can keep carrying this momentum for the second half of the season.
Keep the flow going, Al. We appreciate it, guys.
Thank you, Doris. And, folks, that about concludes our broadcast tonight. For Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching as we leave you with our Jordan Player of the Game, Paul Millsap.
The 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Sprite.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Glad you could join us here on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and everybody knows the guy next to me, the monstrous Shaquille O'Neal. And on tap tonight, it's the New Orleans Pelicans going up against the Memphis Grizzlies. And for Memphis, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball. Looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight. Shaq, the guy I want to talk about right now is Anthony Davis. Led Kentucky to a title, one of only 3 freshman most outstanding players in the last 70 years. I mean, he's really become a force in the NBA.
Ernie, there's a reason he was the #1 pick 2 years ago, and he has not disappointed. Long, lanky, can run the floor, can rebound, can block shots, can shoot. This kid can do it all. You heard it here first. 2 years from now, he will be one of the top centers in the game.
That's it for us in the studio. Back with more later. Right now, let's turn it over to Kevin Harlan.
Live from New Orleans, 2K Sports proudly brings you NBA basketball from the home of the Pelicans. And so for the Grizzlies, their last game, a loss to Atlanta at Phillips Arena.
And it's hard to point out anything that they did well in that loss. I mean, the game never got out of hand, but they were pretty shaky across the board.
And, Steve, you know how optimistic and positive I am, and I had a tough time finding anything positive either. I mean, my goodness, they did keep it somewhat close. I guess that's the best I can say at this point.
Well, what's the old saying? If you can't say something nice about someone, well, don't say anything at all.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Memphis, Zebo and Marc Gasol are up front. Conley and Lee, they're the backcourt. And it's Prince in at the small forward. Here's Lee. The pass to Conley. Beyond the arc. Asik pulls it in.
Omer Asik, one of the premier defensive centers in the league. He's got size, mobility, and a great IQ for defensive position. Really did a nice job recognizing the mismatch that he had and immediately cashing in with that mid-range jumper.
Conley kicks to Prince. Here's Randolph. Davis with some nice D. And here are the Pelicans now. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Kevin, that game defensively was an absolute nightmare. They went into that building and just got blown out by a very hot team.
Well, they didn't defend those shooters like they should have. And once the fans got into it and the arena started rocking and bumping and bumping, things only got worse.
Here's Prince. Buries it down low.
The assist, Courtney Lee.
And the Pelicans with the possession. Outside Gordon. On the wing, Salmons. Davis setting the pick for Salmons. Jumper off the screen. Tries again. And Gasol sends it back. Lee dishes to Conley. Randolph kicks to Gasol. Plays it up and banks it in. Gasol's got his first basket.
Looked like they found the soft spot in the defense there.
The Pelicans have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Gordon, the pass to Davis. Gordon dishes to Davis. And that one's good.
You know, when the size advantage is that pronounced, I mean, that's exactly what you should do offensively in this situation. Take it strong to the middle.
Now here's Lee. Last game we saw him score 14. Gasol drives in. Back to Lee. Gordon with the defensive effort.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
Davis kicks to Gordon. Here's Holiday, and he banks in the layup. Holiday's got his first basket of the night.
Well, some weak defensive coverage there, and I'm pretty sure they didn't plan on starting this game out like that, giving such easy access to the rim.
This New Orleans team is now in their second season as the Pelicans. The name, which was subject to some critique early on, has actually turned out to be nice for the franchise with a new group of players, new ownership, and it fits nicely into creating a new identity.
Pass to Gasol. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Holiday up top. He's covered by Randolph. Holiday, the pass to Gordon. And he gets the bucket. Gordon's got his second basket. When you talk about the Pelican mascot, Steve, wingspan, a term that definitely applies to this team and the young Anthony Davis.
Yeah, it's a great name. Davis was last year's leading shot blocker to go with 20 points and 10 boards a game. I mean, this guy is a potential superstar and obviously the key for this club moving forward.
Stolen by Michael Conley. All going up court. And Zach Randolph, the bucket on the assist by Conley.
You can always depend on him to put the pass right on the money.
The Pelicans have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Davis with a screen on Conley. Holiday. Here's Hasek. It's rebounded by Memphis. Last time they met was in Memphis.
And, Kevin, what got them that win was the remarkable success they had from the floor. Their shooting was just tremendous.
Steve, you were a great shooter, but you know that kind of shooting is not something a team is going to get on a nightly basis. But when you do get it, boy, does it feel good.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, I had a chance to talk with head coach Monty Williams. On his mind, the difficult task of defending Zach Randolph. He said Randolph's especially tough because he's not only a go-to scorer on the low block in the pinch post, but also a guy who can pick up a lot of second chance points with his work on the glass. He's a 20 and 10 double-double guy for a reason. We'll have our hands full trying to slow him down. Guys, back to you.
And thank you for that, Doris. Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for Davis. Evans comes in for John Salmons. Jimmer Fredette, he's checked in for Eric Gordon. And it's Austin Rivers in for Drew Holiday. Now, here is Fredette. Right now averaging 7 points a game. Shot clock at 6. And that's Evans penetrating. Takes the 13-footer. That's good on the jump shot.
They've been so effective when they've been able to get the ball inside.
Some real shortcomings from this defense. I mean, they've given up 5 straight looks in the paint.
Tyreek Evans is an athletic slashing guard. He's really gifted at getting to the rim. But I think his outside shot, the inconsistency of his outside shot has held him back a bit. Ironically, he's a pretty good free throw shooter, but still lacks that touch from mid-range on field goal attempts.
Here's Calathis after Jimmer Fredette's basket. Here's Udrich, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And he's got his first free throw of the game. Free throw good, Udrich. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. 43 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Evans outside. He dishes it to Fredette. Pass to Rivers. No one near him. They get it back. Hasek with the bucket.
Take a look at the rebound totals, guys. That's +5 now on the glass.
And, Steve, I don't think there's any question which team came out with more energy and enthusiasm.
Now here is Carter. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Anderson against Prince, and he gets the bucket. Here's Evans. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Charlotte.
And he did some nice work on the boards too, Kevin. That was definitely a factor in that game as well. Late reaction from the defense, and he's always going to make good on that.
Udrich for 3. No good. On his first quarter of play, we've seen plenty of offense so far. Pelicans on top, leading by 3. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
Tune in next Wednesday, January 14th. Tony Parker and the San Antonio Spurs go up against Al Jefferson and the Charlotte Hornets. Do not miss it.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for New Orleans.
And some great drives to the bucket for them to this point, guys.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
Here's Rivers. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Evans and Anderson, the forwards. Rivers out there with Jimmer Fredette. And it's Davis at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. Plenty of space. Feeds it to Fredette. Now the dish to Evans. Kicks it to Anderson.
Ryan Anderson, one of the sweetest shooting big men in the league. Deep range with that quick release. Tell you what, at his height, he doesn't need much daylight to get it off.
Pelicans shooting their first free throws of this game.
2 shots.
Free throw, good, Anderson. New Orleans making some changes here. Gordon comes in for Fredette, and it's Holiday in for Austin Rivers. Memphis also making some changes. Lee comes in for Nick Calathis, and it's Conley in for Udrich. And he makes both free throws.
Well, you kind of expect that from him. You pretty much know what the result's going to be when he goes to the line.
Courtney Lee is on the wing, stolen by Gordon. Outside Holiday. Back to Gordon. Lets it go with a three. Cannot hit. And it's Memphis the other way.
And you look at Ryan Anderson, he's an efficient scorer. Like a lot of shooters, he doesn't turn it over much while getting his basket.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, gentlemen, Anthony Davis is not yet a household name, but he's quickly becoming an elite talent. Coach Monty Williams said there are a few power forwards that are rated ahead of him, but the key is winning. When we win, people are going to see how much better he is than those guys. He's right there with the best in the league. Such a bright young career, Kevin.
A superstar in the making, Doris. Thank you. And three-point shooting may be never more in demand than it is right now in the NBA. And, Steve, considering, too, that Ryan Anderson has one of the more desirable contracts in the NBA.
Yeah, well, he's a true spread four who also does a nice job of getting offensive rebounds. And it's a good combination for somebody who spends so much of his time behind the arc.
And it's Gordon missing.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Randolph can't hit. Outside Gordon. Here's Holiday. And finished off by Davis.
Boy, terrific rebound and slam on the putback. He never gives up, always persistently pursuing the pumpkin.
And that's an essential quality for an offensive rebounder. An outstanding offensive rebounder that he is.
Yeah, he's got to go after it, and he does.
Yeah, he qualifies as one of the best in the league. It seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
New Orleans making a switch here. Salmons is checked in, and Memphis also making a switch. Marc Gasol is checked in for Kosta Koufos. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Conley kicks to Carter. Sinks it on the run. New Orleans leading by 9. And Holiday, here we go. Can't hit from in close.
This is why you need size inside, the ability to contest shots and force misses.
Steve, that's exactly right. Even when you get in close, it's still a tough shot.
For New Orleans, they've gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Outside, Davis. Passes it to Salmons. 5 to shoot. Holiday goes in. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Holiday's got the lead up to 11 now for New Orleans.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
Now the story is points in the paint, Clark. I mean, they're getting point-blank shots every time down.
Now here's Lee. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. A nice shot by Carter.
For 3.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Now a timeout called by New Orleans. He's checked in for Davis. Tayshaun Prince is checked in for Memphis. And, of course, free throws always so important. Here are the leaders. And you look at Anderson, one of the league's best, 3rd in free throw percentage.
He's not going to miss many foul shots, that's for sure. That's a very impressive part of his game.
To the right side. Holiday dishes to Ush. 14 feet away, and Drew Holiday, the bucket on the assist by Asher. And it's 6 points for Drew Holiday.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
And he gets it to go.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
The feed now to Salmons. Dishes to Gordon. Back to Salmons. Kicks it out to Gordon. Here's the 3. The Grizzlies pull it in. Gasol's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
Holiday against Prince. Anderson passes to Holiday. The 3 ball. Grizzlies with the rebound.
They've been able to get out to this lead without really getting a very reliable performance out of him from the field.
Gordon goes in. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Gordon's got 4 this quarter.
Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball on his way to the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees.
Kept alive. Here's Gasol, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Gasol's got his second basket of the night.
You know, when he's in that tight with that kind of height advantage over the defender, it's going to be a pretty easy play for him.
Anderson is screen on Conley. And Holiday kicks to Anderson. He feeds it to Gordon. For the 3. The shot by Holiday, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 8. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And it's Carter missing.
Terrific defense at the rim. They got right in his path.
You know, that's part of what great defenders do. They get not only in your path, but in your head a little bit, too.
Nice work to get inside and draw the foul.
Yeah, it's obvious. The defense not going to allow many easy layups. They're going to make you earn it from the line.
Pelicans shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Well, with a team percentage of 81% from the line on the season, this is one of the best free throw shooting teams in the NBA.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
That one misses.
How about the job they're doing drawing contact and giving themselves opportunities for 3 points at the line?
My kind of basketball, Steve. No frills, straight ahead, physical play.
Here's Gasol. And so we wrap up the first half. Pelicans lead by 9. From New Orleans, back in a moment. All right, the second half beginning in just a moment.
Gordon playing very well. 9 points and the 2 nice steals as well.
Well, his offense has matched his defense today. He's been excellent on both ends.
Steve, exactly right. You can't say enough about the overall job he's been doing.
Pelicans leading by 9. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Prince is the 3 and Randolph the 4. Conley and Lee, they're the backcourt. And it's Gasol at the 5 down low. And Holiday, here we go. Stolen by Michael Conley. Now here's Conley, the fast break opportunity. And that one's good. Lee's got the first bucket of the third here for Memphis.
Terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and then excellent transition offense.
Well, it all stems from the aggressive defense. And when you attack defensively and you can force some mistakes, now it's off to the races.
Now here's Prince. 7 points in the game. It's good, and the New Orleans lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Lee.
Well, you can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
And Holiday, here we go. The second chance effort, and that one's good. Holiday's got 8.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Any extra possessions that you can get, either through steals or rebounds, are so critical in this game.
Now here's Gasol, averaging 8 points a game. And it's Conley that time on the assist by Gasol. Conley's got his first 3 points of the game.
Looked like there was a little confusion there as to who was supposed to be guarding him. Well, Drew Holiday, part of the basketball family. Of course, he played at UCLA, but both of his parents played at Arizona State.
Prince dishes to Gasol. It's stolen. Gasol with the steal. Here's Randolph. Good on the shot. Randolph's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Coming out strong here in the 3rd quarter. That's 4 for 5 shooting for this team.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
Well, he looks like he wants to toy around with some of their sets and matchups here.
You know, I don't think you can afford to go through a whole game doing the same thing over and over. And you have to be able to adjust on the fly, just like he's doing here. Over the last month, let's take a look at the Grizzlies and how they stacked up in the league statistically. First in field goal percentage. First in lowest turnovers a game. And they're number 1 in opponent scoring. They don't allow teams to get into a rhythm offensively, and thus they're able to hold those points down.
And the shooting is really what stands out to me. This is a team that does such a good job of finding open looks. They're unselfish. They work offensively to create good shots. And when they do that, they're on their game. They're tough to beat.
Holiday, the pass to Gordon. Holiday with it. 8 points for him. Double team on Holiday. 6 to shoot. Gordon for 3. And the Pelicans miss again.
Tell you what, shooting 20% to start the second half doesn't bode well for how this will play out for this squad.
Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. And we've watched a pretty interesting season unfolding in the Western Conference, guys. Let's check out the standings here. You look at Memphis. They're 6th right now in the conference with lots of time to make a move. And checking out New Orleans. They have a lot of ground to make up.
When I look at New Orleans, they've really struggled much the same way they did a year ago. It just hasn't gotten much better for them.
Clark, for me, they didn't show a whole lot of fight when the tide turned against them. And that's what the NBA is all about getting off the mat, because adversity is going to hit every single team. It's always how you respond that's important.
Conley kicks to Lee. Looks for Randolph, gets it to him. Out to Conley. Goes up to the stripe, and that one's good. Conley's got 5 points now this quarter.
A sensational run has them on the brink of tying it up or even taking the lead all of a sudden.
Steve, quite a turn of events here. I mean, they really snapped into focus in a hurry and tightened up their game at both ends.
And it's Gordon missing.
Yeah, no excuses there. Got a really good look at the basket after being freed up by the pick.
We say it all the time. The execution was excellent. The result not as good, but good ball movement anyway.
Now here's Prince. He's got 7. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Prince has got 9. Clark, third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
Yeah, it's really been a bit of a tug of war. Back and forth we go.
Yeah, both teams playing well. Neither club able to pull away.
Here's Gordon. He's got 9. Salmons for the 3. And it's Gasol with the rebound. Memphis leading. Prince dishes to Gasol. Prince kicks to Randall. Puts up the baby hook. The shot is off. Davis with some nice D.
He operates pretty well in traffic, guys, but that was a tough play to finish off.
Outside Holiday. And again, no good by New Orleans.
Boy, I'm shocked he didn't make that one. He usually knocks that one down with ease.
Conley, the pass to Prince. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Talk about a terrific game for Prince. 9 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
Yeah, and you'd expect by the end of this game, I'm sure the numbers are going to look even better.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Man, they keep piling up the assists, guys. Great ball movement.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for Ashik. Evans comes in for John Salmons. Fredette, he's checked in for Gordon. And it's Austin Rivers in for Drew Holiday. And both free throws good for Prince. Pelicans trail by 3. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Davis kicks to Rivers. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Vince Carter picks one up.
You know, even from here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the official.
The Pelicans have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
Austin Rivers at the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Rivers hits both of them. And so it's Memphis with it. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Out to Carter. 58 seconds left in the third. And Davis sends it back. Fredette dishes to Rivers. Evans outside. He kicks it to Rivers. Back to Evans. Davis setting the pick for Rivers. Offensive rebound. They shoot again. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Udrich, the pass to Carter. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. The Grizzlies have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. That's good from Vince Carter. off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
Well, he could have done a little better on that trip to the foul line, but he was able to tie this game up.
Evans kicks to Anderson. The pass to Davis. The shot from the low post is good. Davis has got 10.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. New Orleans on top, up 2. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break.
Tune in next Tuesday night, January 13th. LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers take on Goran Dragic and the Phoenix Suns. East versus West. Make sure to catch it.
I'm a gangster, but y'all knew that. The big all-star, yeah, I had to do that.
How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, let's do it. I love the way this play developed. I think this offense really thrives off of plays like that. Turned it into an easy basket.
Memphis has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Anderson and Davis, they're in the middle. Jimmy Fredette is out there with Rivers, and it's Evans in at the 3 spot. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Here's Calathis. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
They've been strong on the boards. There's no disputing that.
That's what the box score says. Still anybody's game, though.
And it's Evans missing.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D. I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
Rivers dishes to Fredette. Pass to Davis. New Orleans moving it around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Snatched up. And another shot. The shot is off. And for Memphis, they're shooting at 46%, making some buckets. A nice shot by Carter. And the Grizzlies lead by 2.
I'd say that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, it sure did. A good job getting it started and a better job finishing it off.
Timeout call here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
Nick Calathis, former 2-time Mr. Basketball for the state of Florida, a star at the University of Florida, was drafted back in 2009. He played 3 seasons in Greece, 1 in Russia, before finally making it to the NBA last season.
A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Omer Ashik, he's checked in for Davis. Salmons comes in for Tyreek Evans. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Fredette. And it's Holiday in for Austin Rivers. Then for the Grizzlies, Marc Gasol is checked in for Koufos. Lee comes in for Nick Calathis. And it's Conley in for Udrih. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Yes, Kevin, thank you. Monty Williams had some words for his team. He told his players, guys, we're letting opportunities slip away in transition. Let's push it up the floor, look to score some points in early offense. Kevin, can they pick up the tempo?
Thanks again, Doris. And the Grizzlies trading for his rights. They knew what they were getting in Calathis.
Yeah, proven guard in Europe. A young guy, great playmaker, and he can rebound, defend, and I thought he provided Memphis with a really solid option at that backup point guard spot last year.
Here's Holiday, following the basket by Marc Gasol. Feeds to Salmons. On the wing, Eric Gordon, defended by Gasol. The kick out to Anderson, 18 feet out. Grizzlies with the rebound. Gasol's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Lee passes to Conley. The three-pointer, no good. The Pelicans trail. Holiday attacking. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
Boy, bad timing. Now is not the time to be giving him that shot.
For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Here's Carter. Rejected by Ashik. Lee against Holiday. He dishes it to Ashik. Back to Holiday. Here's Selmans. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Memphis has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Right side Gasol. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
Well, that's how you send it. 2 hands and hammer it down.
Here's Holiday. Grizzlies making the shot. Kicks it to Anderson. And Holiday, here we go. Got him with the pump fake. Savvy move right there. Holiday's got it all tied up now for the Pelicans. The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Here's Carter. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Take a look here at what Carter's been doing. 10 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
Yeah, a lot of times he's one of those players who can get hot and stay hot from the three-point line. So I look for him to continue to search for shots out there.
And that one falls for Carter. Tayshaun Prince is checked in for Memphis. Carter hits them both.
They're really doing a good job working hard to get inside and draw contact, a little more so than they did in the first half.
To keep a lead like this, they should continue to attack the paint like they have been. Don't settle for jump shots. Find your way to the free throw line.
Now, here's Selmans. Back to Holiday. And it's blocked by Conley. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. And Anthony Davis is checked in for New Orleans. The Grizzlies also making a change. Lee's checked in. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. Two on the clock. Shot by Gordon. Wide open. Takes the lead. And the Pelicans lead by 1.
I'm sure that's a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in the first half.
Conley kicks to Prince. The Grizzlies with another miss. Well, for New Orleans, shooting 40% in the fourth. Randolph kicks to Prince. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
His shooting's been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons his team is up in this game.
Holiday against Conley. Outside Gordon. Selmans kicks to Holiday. Gordon up on top. Covered by Lee. Tries again. And it's Gordon missing. Grizzlies have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. And here's Conley outside. Here's Gasol. Ashik comes up with the rebound. The Pelicans shooting the ball at 42%. The dish now to Selmans. Passes to Gordon. It falls!
Nothing but bottoms for Gordon. He got him falling right now.
52 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Conley kicks to Prince. There's the feed to Gasol. Back to Prince. Puts up a 3. Another miss by Prince. Absolutely critical chance right here.
Yeah, they need this one to go their way, Kevin. He had to clear some space for himself to get that rebound. Not easy in there among the big bodies.
Here's Conley. Tries to save it. And he commits the intentional foul. Clark, a big-time possession here.
Tell you what, their hearts have to be racing right now.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Second team foul. At the line.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
Aaron Gordon. At the line for 2.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the 3 to tie.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're trailing by 3. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. This is to Randolph. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
Here's Holiday. There's 18 seconds left in the game. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Smart foul there. You've got to try to extend the game.
Yeah, it's still close, but they're fighting that clock as much as the score right now.
Drew Holiday.
And he ends up making the second, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Timeout called, the Grizzlies. They're trailing by 4. 17 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. 17 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
That's his third personal foul. 14 foul. At the line for your Pelicans.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that puts them up by 5. Here's Conley. From downtown. Another miss by Conley. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's his second personal foul. 5th team foul. At the line for your Pelicans.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker.
Drew Holiday. At the line for 2.
And he ends up making the second, and that increases their lead to 6. To end the run, knocks down the trifecta. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. So it's a narrow victory for the Pelicans, pulling it out for the W. Clark, it was anybody's game right to the very end.
Yeah, it was. The coach is happy with the outcome. This team kept their emotions in check and got it done.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Tyreek, what was the focus on strategy for this team coming into tonight's game?
Playing hard, we had a meeting today as a team, and we just wanted to come in here and play hard with energy. That's where it starts from. And we did a great job that night.
Tyreek, thank you. Kevin, amazing what can happen when you play hard.
All right, Doris, thank you. And for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Now, our Jordan player of the game, Eric Gordon.